Hi, today I'm so excited. We have Heather Sadique here today, and I was very excited because I started working with her a few months ago, and I found out that she has so much experience in her
Mhm.
profession. So I want to introduce you to Heather, and Heather, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about to start off with, introduce to everybody, what do you do? What is your business, and how long have you been in this business?
Of course, my name is Heather Sadique. I am a farmer's insurance agent. I've been with Farmers Insurance for 4 years now, but I started off in the finance industry for about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what did you used to do in the finance industry?
Well, I worked at Charles Schwab and Merrill Lynch as a broker, and then I transitioned over to a small boutique investment management firm where I was for about 8 years. So, and then I decided to make a little lane change here into insurance where I can focus more on customers.
So why did you choose insurance?
It made sense with my background.
Mhm.
I have a financial planning background, so I'm already talking to people about risk management and looking at their whole picture. And insurance just gave me the opportunity to meet with more people and take that delve that most insurance brokers don't do.
Yeah, I mean, once you start your business, I bet your timing is a little bit more flexible, but it doesn't mean that you work less. So how many hours do you say that you work per week?
Wow, that's it's a hard one because with insurance, you've got to be really flexible. So you have your typical 9 to 5 work. So you're
Mhm.
working at least 40 hours, but sometimes you're working longer than that because you work on weekends, you work evenings if somebody has, they need to make an appointment or something because they can't do it during the day. Um, Sometimes the kids are busy during the day, so I want to do things with them, so I move things around, and yeah, I work at night. It's I'd say 40 to 50 hours on the average. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. So.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when you have your own business, yes, you do have a little bit more flexibility, but at the same time, you're kind of on call all the time, right?
That's right. I've made the mistake of telling some people that I'm like working 24/7 now, and my husband's like, "No, no, no, you're not." But it sometimes feels that way, but usually it's just your regular 9 to 5 because that's what most customers expect.
That's true. That's true. So now that you switched over to insurance, what do you
Mhm.
love or hate about this job?
Um, well, I love working with people, so
Uh-huh.
that's the easiest part of the job. I do love putting together the plans of taking a look at what do they have versus what do they need, and trying to help customers transition uh, to that and understand what they need, because a lot of people that I come across don't actually understand the way insurance works. And so they might think, yeah, well, I've got the state minimums, isn't that enough? Well, no, it probably isn't. If you're in an accident, you'll wish you didn't have the state minimums. And so I try to do some education with customers on that fact, and I love that part of it. Some of the things I don't like so much is the expectations of I have a customer come and say, hey, I can you give me a quote on my house? Well, okay, I have a lot of things I need to get from you. I can't do it just from the address. Or, hey, I've got a Honda. How much is it going to cost? Well, I need a little bit more information than that. So that's probably the one thing that gets there a little bit. So.
Yeah, I can totally understand that because obviously my job, we do the same, kind of similar. I'm in real estate, you're in insurance, but we do a lot of education, and the
Mhm.
expectation sometimes can be still have a distance. And so this is why we have to come and say, okay, it's not as easy as you think. Just give me an address, I can figure things out. And to be honest with you, when I first got my first insurance policy, whatever, for the car, as a teenager at the time, I didn't know there's a difference. All I know is like, tell me the premium, how much is that going to be? And I'll pick the cheapest one. But then you won't know until you get into an accident or something happened. And then that's when you realize, why didn't have that coverage? Why didn't I have
Yeah.
that coverage?
Yeah. Well, with the auto insurance is a lot different than home insurance because there are so many other opportunities for somebody to get hurt.
Yeah.
And so actually knowing what you're covered for and why you're covered is the main thing. Once people find out why they have a certain coverage, then they're more open to getting a little bit higher limits, instead of just having the 15, 30, 15 or something.
So what are the insurance products that you do?
We do well, me personally, I do pretty much everything other than health insurance. So we focus on home, auto, life insurance, umbrella insurance to cover everything, commercial insurance, including commercial real estate,
Mm-hmm.
businesses like restaurants and office buildings and offices themselves. So we do the thing.
That's a lot of different products.
It is, and it's a lot to know. But the good thing is you have a lot of resources out there too. So if I come across something that I'm not familiar with, I can just go down to our district office and talk to them and say, what would you recommend for this? And so we've got a lot of support on the back end when I come across something that's sort of new to me.
Absolutely. So obviously there are a lot of other insurance agents out there or agency out there. So what do you think that makes you the most unique compared to your competitors?
I would say really what differentiates me is my perspective on what coverages and products that a customer might need. I've got a financial planning background. As a certified financial planner, I do take a look at everything, not just their home or just their auto. I like to ask a lot of questions, so I don't necessarily always get all of the products for somebody, but I want to know the whole background and what they're looking for and what their needs really are. Sometimes they might just say, no, I just want to look at your house or getting that covered, but having an understanding of the entire picture really helps me make sure that their house that I am quoting is covered properly.
Kind of like, because you have that nature of a financial planner, almost like you want to know how to plan their financials accordingly. So that's why you go into a little bit more detail than just like, okay, let me just sell you this one product. That's it.
Right. And it's not me being nosy. It's, needing to know all of the information. I kind of say, if you're going to a doctor, you're not going to say, I want you to fix my knee. The doctor's going to ask you a lot of questions. And that's the same way with me. You come to me and say, I want to do my house or I want to do my car. And I'm going to ask you a lot of questions to make sure that I know exactly what's right for you.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Again, go back to it's not just this one thing. You need to make sure this one product is going to fit into everything else in your life. That's
Right.
a really good point. Now, obviously, I know you because of our kids go to the same school. So you have children too. How many children do you have?
I've got 2 kids.
2 kids, and you're
8
obviously
years
very
old
busy.
and 11. Yeah.
So how do you balance I want to know, how do you balance your work and your family time?
Well, it honestly has been a lot easier now that we're doing the shelter in place. Actually, I don't know if it's easier. I just feel like I've been able to spend more time with them. So I'm not in the office all the time. I'm actually at home in the home office. And so if I see them out playing by the pool, I can come outside and I can, say hi to them once in a while or say, hey, let's go get some frozen yogurt, which I normally couldn't do if I'm in the office and they're at school. Yeah. But because of that, I end up doing a few more things at night in the office. So I'm not sure I would call it balanced exactly, but I definitely do feel more connected with them being to work at home like this.
That's so true. I feel exact same way. well, when we always talk about the balance, it's always,
Mm,
okay, we have to give up something in order to, go. So either we give up family time to do work or give up work to be with our family. So this
yeah.
shelter in place somehow is really working out for us. We kind of, okay,
It
they're here.
it is. I really feel a lot more connected with them, but I also feel like I'm getting a lot done here at home when I shut that office door. You know, if the door is open, not so much getting done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what if somebody said that they want to get started to work as an insurance agent? What kind of advice are you going to give them?
Well, I would say, and one thing that I didn't do that I wish I had done a little bit more of is going around and checking out all of the different insurance companies that there are.
Mm,
I'm very happy with where I ended up, knowing what I know now. But if I had gone out beforehand, talked to some agents from some other companies, talked to maybe some district managers from the other insurance companies as well, to find out what is the focus of that insurance company and what does it take to be an agent there. Some
mhm.
don't want to work for a company like Farmers. They might want to be a broker, and finding out from different agents, you're going to get a lot of different perspectives to figure out what's most important to you.
Mm,
Some places you don't have the flexibility. You have to work 9 to 5, or you have to be in an office 40 hours a week. Some you have complete flexibility. So
mhm.
that would be my suggestion to somebody before you make a decision on where you're going to land. Talk to people and find out what they like about their company and what they don't like or what they would change.
So
Yeah.
even within farmers, there are a lot of different agency within farmers, correct?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
I would say it's similar to a franchise. It's not a franchise, but you have your own office. You are your own agency owner.
Mhm.
You get to do pretty much everything any way you want to. So
Yeah.
marketing plan is completely different from everybody else's marketing plan. My employees, completely 100% my employees. They work for farmers, and we use the farmers products and programs. But as far as a business, I get to run it pretty much the way I want to. So
Yeah.
it's
And
not,
at the end of the day, it's the cultural, if you are, if you're looking for the culture of the agency or the company or even the team leader, for example, you are the owner of this agency, they will have to
right.
enjoy really working with you. So even though it's a farmers, they have to really carefully choose who you should work with.
That's very true because I run a very different operation than
Mm.
other ones who are very, hey, we're gonna wear the same thing, and we're gonna be in the office from 8:30 to 5:30. Everybody's sitting at their desk making calls. Um,
Mhm.
I run it a little bit differently, which is okay too.
Mhm. Now, I'm curious, how do you do your marketing? So how do you get your clients?
It's a variety of ways. Um, Of course, we do purchase leads. So when somebody puts their information out there on the internet, saying, you fill out that little questionnaire that says, "Do you want a home quote or an auto quote?" Yeah, that gets
Yeah.
sent to somebody like me, uh,
Mhm.
and we purchase those, and we're always making calls to those. But the way that I prefer to do it is all relationship based.
Mhm.
Well, I like to get referrals from people that I know, from realtors like you, or from CPAs who I work with. Sometimes it's just your local restaurant owner who you go down and you always frequent their restaurant, and you say, "Hey, do you want to take a look at what I might be able to offer you?"
Yeah,
It's always in this kind of a position. It's always looking for how you might be able to help somebody.
that's true. And a lot of times, obviously, like you said, relationship is the most important thing. You might be helped one client, and then that client, even though let's say he or she doesn't use you this time, They might think that, hey, my friend needed an insurance policy, and they might bring your name up and then refer them, just because
Yeah.
you provide such a great customer service, right?
Right. Yeah. It's it's been fun, getting out there and meeting people. So even if I don't make a sale today,
Mm-hmm.
still meet all kinds of people that have really opened my eyes to a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
probably one of the things I like the most is I'm just meeting a lot of people that are, for the most part, nice and fun, and it's letting me see a different side of things as well.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm so happy that you're willing to talk to me, and then let us know a little bit about your insurance agency life,
Mhm.
being a mom, being an agency owner. I think it's definitely hard work, but I'm so glad that I got to talk to you and then share your
Mhm.
information with everyone else. Um, Now you're located in San Jose, around Cambrian Park area, and
Yes, I
we're going.
am.
Yep. And then if you want to share your contact information here.
Yeah, it's Heather Sadique. My phone number is 408-637-6157. And you can call me and leave a voicemail. If I don't answer, that probably means I'm busy with another customer. But uh, uh, you can also check out the website. So if you look up Farmers Insurance Heather Sadique, then you'll find me.
All
Just
right.
link there. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you again, Heather, and nice talking to you.
Great. Thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching our YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, make some comments, because we're going to keep you posted on the most updated real estate news, housing market data, and also real estate tips and advice from all over the real estate industry. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.